Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches.
What up, what up? Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. It's Friday, end of another high volatility week. How's everybody doing out there? You guys survived this? What up, Seekison? That's the way to start the show. Appreciate the bit, sir. So, got a bit more people here on the bell, right? What do you guys see? I see a 189, is that right? 200 maybe? Can we start with 200 for once? 199, holy cow. Twitch hates me. Always with the resistance. They know there's nowhere else to get the intel you get from the spot, right? We'll wait for that one extra viewer. Now 200. All right, now we can proceed. Seems reasonable. So, for you poor folks that hit the link on the show last time, you're getting pretty mind fucked in Discord, huh? How you enjoy having the entire human timeline rewritten in there? You guys just came to learn some markets and shit. Sucks for you. Yeah, our way of training, a way of thinking in markets is a little different than any trading room you went into. So, you know, sorry if you got a little surprised by hitting that link. You just wanted some fucking like lines and fucking squiggles and stuff. And instead attacked your entire fucking identity of self. So yeah, that's some of the stuff I put together. That is where all my calls came from across the years, is shit like that. So I'm either really, really crazy and really, really lucky while doing that, or we've been really, really lied to. So had to be in Discord to catch up with that one. Can't summarize that shit here. Missing live at work? Well, don't do that. This is must see TV, Jack. So, you guys been making good use of the intel everywhere now. There's definitely more intel than anybody really is utilizing, right? Between OnlyFans and Twitch, I could definitely tell very, very few. Key said that shit was crazy. What up, Goku? Goku's in the building. He's here. I don't know who's more dangerous to the markets, Jay Powell or Goku. Goku, you've become a legend. How does it feel? Goku? Yeah, you. Who else am I talking about? There's no other Gokus in the building. Leon's not even in the chat. Leon left. He quit. It's had enough. Don't wake the sleeping beast. I don't know, man. I think Leon's been fucking one up. I don't have a Leon cheat sheet. I've got a Goku cheat sheet though. Interesting things. Got a new OnlyFans up for you guys that are following here. I made an announcement channel in Discord now, so you guys can hopefully get your OnlyFans notice like in real time. I know some of you can't figure out the botting system to get that thing to deliver real-time notices like wherever you're at, and it's a bit of a pain in the butt. So I solved that, and I centralized notifications for it myself, so everybody on the server should be able to know when stuff drops without finding out 5 hours later. Excuse me. A little bit sick this morning. Don't think it's the vid. Let's hope not. Goku broke Euro Aussie. Did he? What did he do to Euro Aussie? Let's take a look. Stop calling out fucking useful indicators, Goku. Wow. The European Union wrecked. And this is just a symptom of the fact that Putin's in there fucking raining havoc, and they've got nuclear worry. The European dollar is literally getting fucking pummeled across the board. So if you guys had looked at like European Euro USD that we gave you to pay attention to, all right, pretty money. Bear flag in Euro USD, right? All the way down as the DXY pumped. And there's your DXY rotation from bull flag and out, right? Super strong dollar amid a crisis. Textbook as it goes, right? I guess we've been in a crisis from here. We just didn't really know it. New question. Are there any key elements, fundamentals that allows an asset to experience less relative volatility in its price structure compared to the overall market under the same high VIX conditions? Every asset's beta is different. So that's just goes without saying. Not everything is the same volatility, right? Crypto is much more volatile than stocks. So you're just asking if there's a difference between betas? Yeah, totally. Like less false starts to structure. I assume that was the case for the best of breed assets with higher liquidity and uptrending baskets, but I'm surely missing something. They're just, I don't think that question actually makes sense, to be honest with you. You're asking if there's stocks, assets with different betas. Yeah, obviously there's completely different assets, different betas. Right now, commodities are fucking flying. They're like a straight line in some of those things. Stocks or risk assets that are being undercut by a strong dollar are not the place to be. Lots of choppiness, because that's not the best of breed asset class to be in. So it's about which asset class to be in, right? There's bonds, there's commodities, there's stocks, there's a lot of things. Whereas the bull market now, if you're watching OnlyFans, it's in commodities. So trying to force a trade in stocks and going, it's really choppy, is the fact that you don't recognize that you should still be there, which is why I've been telling you, in a high VIX environment, stop fucking trading that. That's why you're saying that. There's clearly a bull market somewhere else. Have you seen fucking oil? I was just asking about the Euro-Aussie because in the COVID-19 it was useful, and in comparing it to VIX, and shit doesn't work the same as in March 2020. No, shit doesn't work the same in March 2020 because the Eurozone has specific risk now with what's going on with Putin. So there is a different element going on here. There's, obviously worldwide de-risk, but the Eurozone has specific risk also that, changes the utility of that Euro-Aussie. And there, what Tobacco said, you can use a correlation table yourself, right? And that would be easily solved. Let's see, 826, what do you got? Yeah, the stuff we covered last year, exactly. Gold, oil, commodities in general, right? I put posts on OnlyFans about a super cycle, and I did an update to that this morning, so definitely check it out. I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty crazy. Since the end of last year, we've had 60 unsubscribes from OnlyFans, and I've had a pretty sizable drop in there. And I have to imagine that a lot of people aren't converting the intel because OnlyFans has had literally every major market covered in the last quarter of a year. So I created an announcement channel because, people don't solve things and figure out how to look at OnlyFans faster. They get pissed off and just go get wrecked anyway. At the end of the day, there's no other intel on the planet that covered every asset class, including the VIX, at the precision that this ecosystem did it. You don't have any other alternative. You are going to get destroyed. So I have tried to make it more efficient for the lazy people that won't figure out how to fucking be there or pay attention to it in real time to use it and are getting pissed off and blowing up. But if you have a better source of intel that's got that low precision and captured the oil rally while the fucking market de-risk and Putin's invasion all together, let me see it. Oh yeah, and for all the guys who wrote me you made six figures, actually throw a fucking tip on OnlyFans. I'm going to say that really directly. I've been written messages of almost like $750,000, and all the posts that those are written about have made like $400. So if OnlyFans doesn't actually carry its weight, I'm going to go ahead and internalize OnlyFans on Discord for the people on Discord who get it, and I'll stop trying that experiment. So if there's no reciprocity in OnlyFans, I'm going to probably wind that down, just to be honest. It's pretty gross. There are people writing me messages of clearing millions of dollars, and then they throw like $5 on the site or nothing. That's fucked. So I've asked for probably the last time, and I'm going to go ahead and internalize that and probably do something where I can attract the people who actually use it. The fact is, there's no ecosystem that does this, that produces the level of intel this does. And when people finally find the thing that answers the question they wish people would answer, they shit on it. That's why nothing out there exists that helps you. It'll kill you because that's easier to do. I put out the products you wish existed, and I put a lot of effort into supporting it. If you write me a fucking message, you fucking cleared fucking 100 G's or fucking became a newly minted millionaire, make sense of it and don't throw me a fucking tip you would throw a fucking busser at a table. It's ridiculous. That's why people get fucked, because when you do find the resource, you shit all over it. For the people who actually do show reciprocity, you know who you are, I'm not asking you to do more. I'm asking the people who are writing me messages like Crocodile in the fucking chat who vanished after we said throw a tip for saying you made 100 stacks in 2 weeks. Bro, be fucking serious. Where the fuck do you make that? With some asshole dressed like me on camera. So, make it make sense. You guys can look at that thing. There's fucking $20 on a post where people literally dodge a few $1 million in losses. That doesn't make any fucking sense. So make it make sense, or I'll make it make sense. But I left the pricing in a place that the average person could use it. And if you're fucking having to change your fucking life and make you a newly minted millionaire, motherfucker, there's nothing like that on the internet. You know well, goddamn well. There's nothing like this. Show it to me. Show me a station that literally prints millionaires with houses, cars, Teslas, all kinds of fucking crap weekly. There's no such thing. This is literally the fucking live lies, right? You tell anybody there's a show with a guy looks like this that creates that shit, they'll call you a scammer. I don't give a fuck if it's your mother. Actually, one person was able to convince their mother to finally look at this place, and it took them fucking half a decade. This doesn't look real to anybody. Doesn't sound real to anybody. But if you're in here, you fucking know it. So, don't be the fucking animals that drink the watering hole out and then starve to, thirst to death right after. Be intelligent. I built this station around reciprocity. I'd love to see humans fucking surprise me that they could actually do that. Instead of being so parasitic and greedy, you erase the one source of fucking water in the desert and kill yourselves in the process. But yeah, so that's the last memo on OnlyFans. The videos we left in there, fucking use them. So many people questioning about entry logic. I literally left you a roadmap of how to use all the intel in the system inside OnlyFans and video. All those videos can literally teach you how to do everything before you even speak to me. So yeah, memos on memos. So scorecards. I haven't seen any new ones in here. I was guessing that some people are just sitting on hands, or a lot of people are sitting on hands. Oh, somebody got one done in the middle of the show. Appreciate you, Gabriel. It's not even like, I don't even want to think of it like ours. Like, think about it like this. How many of you can go and tell anybody that you know that doesn't know about this show, there's a dude in a mask, a random anonymous dude somewhere across the ocean from where fucking country you live, and he tells you shit that's so accurate that you could literally like fucking go from like $30,000 a year to a millionaire in a few months, and there's like 40 fucking people that did it, and some people are clearing like fucking 8 digits, and they'll tell you you're full of fucking shit. You could never sell it. You could never point them at it. You could never put the people on the microphone that did it and say, here is the motherfucker that wrote the fucking statement. Here is his phone. Here is his account. They will tell you you're a fucking liar. And then you say, well, what did it cost to fucking watch this show? Nothing. No one will believe any of that bullshit, even if it doesn't sound real to me. But you're sitting at a station that you've had enough time watching it. You've seen shit come out of here. There's no analyst doing it. None. It does not fucking exist. I know because I'm the motherfucker doing it. It sounds fake to me. Look at this face. Does this look like a face you should trust? Be serious. Who the fuck is going to believe this station is responsible for any bullshit like that? I don't believe it looking at my own fucking face. This mask is great. It's pretty good head tracking. I like this thing. Yeah, it sounds ridiculous. And people leaving their jobs, all that crap, all the shit in fucking Reddit. It looks ridiculous. So at the end of the day, you found some shit that doesn't exist. I made the thing you wish would fucking be true and tell you the truth about markets and not lie to your face and not try to dump on you, not try to pump my own assets. None of that. Just information that can make you make better choices. The thing that Market T was supposed to fucking do. Well, that's what I thought I was supposed to do when I was 19. I turned it on. I thought what I saw in college was ridiculous. Anyways, so memos on memos. Reddit, what do we got? Scorecard, Joe Malomo. How do I use a demo account is not a scorecard. So you're in Discord, ask that in Discord, and please don't put stuff like this in scorecards when it's not a scorecard. You have a question, ask it right there. Using a demo probably requires Google. There's not too much to that one. So how to get my demo trade to go off requires spending a little effort to figure that out. Because one of the things about markets is effort matters. And something as simplistic as how do I do X is a Google question. You need to solve that. If somebody has to hand you that answer, you'll solve nothing else in markets. So I'm not going to lift a finger on that. You're going to actually figure out how to ask a question to Google and solve it, or write questions to people and solve it. That is not something that needs to be on the show. Running with Pelosi. With what has been going on, we've been paying more attention to defense stocks. Posted on OnlyFans, and following the strength projected by Kaz, played LMT along with Pelosi and NOC. Also got some plays in crypto, looking for strength in different sectors of the market. Attached to some of my best plays lately. Thanks, Cash, for opening our eyes to different sectors and helping us play every asset. I trade everything that moves. Nice. Nice moonshot. Awesome playing Lockheed, NOC. Look at that, 39 R's on ETH. Damn, Gabe. 18, 10, and 39. Beast mode shit. Look at that fucking ETH entry. Damn, son. That's pretty fucking awesome. What's this? Emotional high, free ride. You got some name levels. I like it. Straight arc on that guy. Beast mode plays, bro. So I know some of the rest of you got some defense plays. So hopefully you guys put some scorecards up in next week. Super consistent. Yeah, very nice. What are we at now? 8:35. Yeah, I did pick that no trusting on purpose. But you know, Izzy, it's akin to people coming into your house, eating all your food, trashing the spot, smoking all your trees, and stealing your girl and taking them with her and saying thanks, boss. Most people would actually do that if they could find a way to get away with it. Most people are not decent by their own standards of what they consider decent. That's one of the most like real shits you're ever gonna hear. Pay attention to what people say, you know, and then watch what they do. It never matches. Um, that's one reason I produce what I produce, because everybody else does not. So next thing we're gonna do, let's check some macro things. So, all right, we started with the dollar already. So you guys, let's go on with that. He's art. He's straight up a stick right now. We said, you know, we're paying attention to what is a really large scale shockwave in the USD across, you know, since 2015 when it topped out here. So, you know, an over decade long shockwave. I think we look at this guy, 2008 till he broke out in 2014, right? This guy's, you know, very close in scale. These are really humongous shockwaves, multi-trillion dollar shockwaves. So these things move like fucking the planet's changing. So I think this is definitely worth paying attention to, right? This thing may come due in this cycle, but we'll have to let it get up here, and it's got a while before we'd be worrying about him escaping the range. So I think the next one we're watching, this high on the box, is the high of 15, and that's your next target that you care about. It's a big psychological level in the dollar, 100, and once it hits 100, you'll see it in the news a lot, and it will probably chop the shit out of people there once they start to fucking freak you out about that, you know, round number, because people are stupid, and 00 equals, oh my God. So they'll use that like fucking crazy. If you remember Dow 10,000, Dow 20,000, anything with a fucking 00 on it, that's the population we're dealing with. They're fucking chimps, so it works. So pay attention when you see us show 100. Next things next, SPY. We want Goku's cheat sheet for that. Daily, where's Goku? SPY. Goku, what are you doing to us? All right, so Goku, if you thought you weren't what you were, Goku Super Saiyan 3 level, death, right? Still shut down, still waiting to see if we can get through it. We're rotating off with a gap down on it right now. So Goku has the fucking entire world by its balls. VIX for him, we got his level here. So he's supporting the fucking volatility situation, not good. He's clearly got beef with everybody on the station for making all this money, so he's trying to ruin people's lives. Just play along Goku. This is fun for us. So this high right here, containing it right now, supported by Goku, and its level might need to change colors, I guess. Like, or worry is a break back above the previous high set here in December, a stabilized shockwave above that, and a real fucking, you know, gangster break into 37/44 zone. That would be a very bad thing. Right now, markets look like shit, right? Risk assets look real bad. The entire tide we see strength is like anything commodity is basically reflecting the situation, you know, Putin combined with like inflation, hyperinflationary situation and war situation. So that, you know, speaking of that, I was thinking about it again. Qs, we'll bring up the Qs again. Let me see, go back out a little bit. Next area of interest, right? This is a good zone we did back in this time period in March 2000, and we set up a box range trigger here that eventually rotated and finally swung out. So he dumped into that range, right? Which is like the first catch at it. But is it really done right now? The downtrend he's doing is kind of like what everyone's waiting for, right? Everyone's looking for or hoping for, like Kathy Big Penis. They're all hoping for the recovery of this thing to, you know, to be right. Kathy really is, I think, a bigger sentiment tell than I gave her credit for. And I did think she was a fucking clown ass bitch when I called her Big Penis, you know, and she kept on buying this thing as it went off a fucking bridge. But ARK itself, everything she's buying, you know, literally looks like the internet bubble, right? It's literally full blown crash. At this point, you can't ignore it. She's been buying literally the internet bubble all the way into the ground and telling people, if I hold 5 years, you know, watch, I'll be right. I've seen that movie before. And Kathy needs to die for the market to live. This is a crash cycle. And generally speaking, in my history of being in markets, people don't get rewarded dollar cost averaging entire crashes. That's why you don't have any fucking like giant kingpins who emerged from doing this for the internet bubble, right? All the people who sat there until the internet bubble stocks were never gonna fucking stop, you know, they were never gonna stop the bull market, and had this mentality to buy a crash into the entire grave, the entire way down, especially with other people's money. If the market were that kind of behavior, like every pleb I ever came across in crypto would be sitting on like $1 billion. That's exactly the kind of behavior that the market fucking, you ever heard that saying that where the bottom is, it's where your fucking stops are? Kathy's fund needs to explode, I think, to bottom these growth assets. She isn't caught on the back of a tide of something she does not fucking understand. Where's our drawings for this guy? Oh, wait, Zoom, it's on this one, sorry. Damn, I knew that. So, right, and like I said, a bull flag, right, is a crash cycle. It's just at what scale it's going to really happen, Will do these things come back? Yeah, we can look at like the bull market that is Cisco, right? He is the actual crash cycle chart out on this resolution. Whoops. The original crash cycle chart is actually Cisco. If you guys didn't know that, Cisco is the actual chart you see in all the crash cycle strips and stuff with the colors on it and stuff. And you look at what this guy is. Let's do this in this resolution. Right. And it is, right? This is the kind of thing Kathy's basically trying to time. She's trying to buy. She's now caught in this. But the reality is the market bottoms when fucking like it's a scarcity to be there. And Kathy and every idiot is saying the same thing on the way down, And generally when this is happening, you're missing a cycle somewhere else that's actually a massive benefit. When this happened in the internet bubble, what were people missing? They were missing this motherfucker. That was the wrong way to put him in there. Let's take him out and add you GC1. Let me put it on the other side, stupid. All right, hang on. So, sorry, because of the way I put it on there, I forget to adjust this thing. Oh, man. So, market tops out here, and people like Kathy go, gross tech stocks, tech stocks, tech stocks, tech stocks. And from the top of the market, that's what's happening. They're literally missing the commodity cycle. Sound familiar? That lasted a decade with people like that saying the same stupid shit. The people who championed that kind of ideology from here never lasted. You don't see these people. You don't see anybody who said, yeah, I fucking bought and hodled fucking 2001, 2, and 3. Right? Because 9/11 and the most apocalyptic news occurs here, and it fucking bottoms people the fuck out. Right? That's what happens in this is crazy. 9/11 actually floors the market into this low. And then anybody who's alive that remembers the news flow, I'm a little nerdy than most of you, so I remember the exact news flow. When we went to the end of the year and this was happening, you bounced out of October, Maria Bartiromo and all those clowns on CNBC were championing the Santa Claus rally, and anybody who shorts the market's not patriotic. That was the actual fucking like headlines they were running. So they started to shit on anybody who would be short the market and then champion fucking being long, and you can't stop America. And that was really here January, December, Santa Claus rally, and then that was it. We invaded Afghanistan, and then you broke the lows of 9/11, and this is where everybody like Kathy was fucking died. That event needs to really happen to bottom risk assets. And that was the sentiment going on here. And while it was occurring, nobody was looking at fucking commodities, right? Fast forward today. Oops. Well, we got commodities here. Let me put that back. What did I just do? We'll just put NASDAQ. Oh, yeah. The eggplant NASDAQ. Holy shit. I forgot what this chart was. Guys, remember this guy? Yeah, there was our projection, actually. Remember? That was the projection from here. So we'd have a blow off top. You got a little further than you're supposed to. But we actually made the projection for this. I forgot where I put this fucking chart. Yeah. We had a projection here from our fractals of this blow off. And then you hit a trajectory markup. Remember? Didn't project it far enough. But looks like I got the date right on it too, actually. That's where it's supposed to stall. That's a cock and balls fractal of the previous bubble. So cool. I'm glad I found this. I never know. NASDAQ 100. No wonder I couldn't find that shit. I never used that fucking symbol. So, all right, you go here and you say, hey, so we just looked at this. Let's go ahead and put that overlay on it again. DC1. I really fucking thought I could do this a little bit better than it's doing it for me. Let's just get this off this axis. It's fucking killing me. Pin to new right scale. There. Okay, I see the shape of this motherfucker, right? So many of you in Discord saw my gold Dow chart. I keep track of like many asset classes. This is just annoying as fuck. I keep track of many asset classes. And when you get rotations from risk assets, right? Sometimes you get commodity cycles, made super cycles like this one. This was a massive commodity super cycle that ran through the housing collapse, the wars, and then into 2 years into Obama's term, and then stalled. And once it stalled, it gave rise to another, risk asset super cycle. Now in this situation, we're facing something like the top of the market that looks, let's take the resolution down. Top of the market right now is where that vertical axis is, and you have a commodity cycle running against risk assets, and Kathy literally doing the exact thing that I remember driving people into the grave at the bottom of fucking the tech cycle. So, I put some stuff in OnlyFans about commodity super cycles and stuff for you guys to check out, and I'm telling you, like, this move, gold literally lasts 10 years. And a guy who got me into the fund I was in, he got me into looking at gold, and ultimately that was one of the best trades I ever made in my life, was going long Newmont at like $19 as gold came through the 270s, and it was pretty funny. Like it hit like 255, and it took me a while to look at it. And when I finally saw what you were saying, they ended up calling us in that fund doom and gloom, because like what would take for dead 18-year gold to fucking have a fucking rally like what you guys are talking about, or like fucking Armageddon to the U.S. economy. And they're like, yeah, as guys like you were fucking like wet blankets. And then it happened. We got, nobody fucking listened to that shit. I remember being in mortgages when gold was coming through 400. I got shit on by everybody except for one dude who comes to the show, Balvini. He was actually the guy who trained me on how to sell mortgages, and he saw people laugh at me for a while, and him and his brother decided to buy some penny stock gold stocks, and they caught that arc through the fucking housing crisis. So, we've been paying attention to the cycle for quite some time. And on the back of what you're seeing right now with a war scenario with Putin, you actually have fractal fundamentals like the Afghanistan situation coming behind a massive risk asset bubble. So that's the short version, I guess. Pay attention to fucking commodities. That's what that means. So that was a whole bunch of fucking stuff. So that's covers commodity things, crypto things. So crypto is a risk asset. We do have to pay attention to this. We're looking at this structure we looked at before. We got a rotation from this, pumped out on March 1st, and now we're kind of stalled out. Depending on what happens to stock risk assets, we have to pay attention to crypto. Crypto's got a bit of specific fundamental that they're trying to use, as a global, settlement network to bypass sanctions. We probably have to pay attention. There's likely some form of regulations coming to this market that none of us are going to like, as they kind of create a probable reaction solution narrative with that FUD. So, we do have to pay attention to all this across the board. And of course, the VIX, we need to look at this guy. This is the big macro of him. I know he's hard to see, so we'll use this guy. This guy a little cleaner, right? This structure right now, long we stay out here, it just screams danger, right? So you do have this upward channel. If it maintains trajectory, it can very much push in like this. If it rotates out of this, it would still possibly still survive on top of Goku. You have to see what he does there if he gets there, right? So right now, you're kind of just in wait and see mode where you're at, and a sustained 30s VIX market is really fucking dangerous, dudes. So pay attention to that, right? This is not a normal situation. If you want to look for like where's the buy the dip at, which stock is the one to hold for long term, right? Kathy is caught on the back of something possibly very crazy, and people like that generally don't get rewarded buying fucking crash cycles like what you just saw. Okay, so that's VIX, commodities, crypto things. Kind of talk about this all at once. We're watching this still. Got a rotation flag here. We're still looking to see a structure that takes us out of here, and we have this trigger that I told you guys to pay attention to. It's stalled total. So you do have a line in the sand. If we get through here, things will start to look a lot more bullish, and likely the VIX will give up some of its upwards trajectory and rotate off of this zone one more time. That would likely come with some kind of agreement for a ceasefire or de-escalation of like hostilities with Ukraine and Putin right now, while they're fighting around a fucking nuclear reactor and shit like that is in the news. This is only fucking terrifying. So something has to change for this trajectory to change. Something has to change with the trajectory of the war with Putin. Putin announced that things are going according to his plan, which means that he expected full well what the United States is actually doing, and he is sabotaging that country permanently. Their terms for like ceasefire is basically a list of weapons you cannot ever have in that country, which is basically what we said before. What's driving this entire situation is the United States and NATO basically shoving missiles up to his doorstep inside of a country they've helped dismantle and break apart from the USSR, and have hidden that narrative to pretend that he's some big bad guy who just out of the blue drove across the border. He's not. Like everything on the planet, it's usually driven by the United States, who is completely fucking everybody in the ass until they have to do something to try and survive. And then they use that as a means to come and fuck you up afterwards. So context matters. And, the fact that this is something orchestrated by the United States, that means that he has to do what he has to do. And if he or plan for the response then this situation might not be close to being over as people are thinking it is. As they think the sanctions are taking apart the country and the wealth class, the reality is, if you plan for all of that, there was levels they were willing to survive at to get this done. So if he backs out right now, he pretty much ruins his legacy in Russia, right? He'll go down as a failure. So this probably gets worse before it gets better. All right, so that's memos for that. And DXY did, stocks it did. Cool. That all makes sense? That was a lot of stuff. You guys get all that? 851. Not bad. I got a lot of stuff done. Oof. I don't know if I need weed, but I think I need weed. So we're in a pretty crazy period, you know. I was in my early 20s. We've been kind of waiting for like when things would go back, the genie would go back in the bottle since 9/11 happened. And, you know, as a population surged 2 billion humans in the last 20 years, the parabolic arc of the human asset class has been mooning towards a climax and trajectory that, you know, we say is going to be Vix-mageddon. And one of the things I've noted as you go up parabolic arcs, whether it be the internet bubble, crypto, you know, the bubble you're seeing right now as you pumped, you know, into this crazy war situation, the news flow gets crazier along the trajectory the faster you go towards the top. And so, like, you know, crazy things are unfolding at the end of the internet bubble, and crazy things are unfolding, rolling into this climax with fucking situation with Putin, you know, pandemics and all that. The genie never goes back in the bottle. You know, as you live out the cycle of any marketplace, it just gets crazier. And like we say, right, markets climb a wall of worry. So the steeper the trajectory gets, the greater the worry the wall is that we climb. So the news flow, you know, as much as we sit there, the fact that we all kind of like, I hope this is going to go back to something like normal. And normal is like relative, right, compared to like before pandemic or whatever benchmark we use. The reality is, it's the fact that we all feel that way, it's actually just going to get crazier. And so we're sitting in a place in a time period in the human population's trajectory that the level of what we consider normal is fucking shocking to fucking 3-4 year ago people. And you kind of go back, you know, 10, 15 years, it keeps on really being that. What if we end up sitting at a new normal where the VIX really, the baseline of this thing, the bottom end of the VIX regime is fucking 20? And you sit in the fucking heightened level of fear until Vix-mageddon comes. That really does make sense, doesn't it? As like what would make sense to uptrend into that. When we look at this chart, that's my worry, right? This long-term trend right here, if that's that front end build into a real big blow off, like it happens like this, but it's the fractal of that, right? This is a thing from 2006 that leads into the greatest financial catastrophe from the Great Depression. This trajectory, you know, it's different. It's different than just seeing yourself like, you know, like the scale of this curve kind of leads into like bigger events, if you know what I mean. Like, you know, you see something really creeping under the radar and then something, you know, goes kablam. It's like this. This is leading something, right? And if the structure stays up here and we manage to come down in time and hit the angle and stay fucking around and dicking off into the late, you know, 2028s, this is leading to something fucking crazy if you keep getting this, because what you're getting is a new normal level of volatility at the baseline. That's scary, right? Because right now, this fucking angle at this point right here, where we are right now, is saying 15 is like really the base of like what we could hope to see. If this thing takes a while to get back here, you know, it's going to continue rising. In the mid 2020s, if this trajectory is maintained, there's going to be a new normal at 21. Imagine what the world's got to be like for that to be true. And that's going to be us, right? The human parabola. Man, I hope things go back to the way they used to be. Man, I hope things go back to the way they used to be. Man, I hope things go back to the way they used to be. This is what happens along an asset class before it blows off, right? That's the way you look backwards in hindsight, and it's relatively fucking more crazy along the arc. So I hope you guys get what I'm saying by that. But like, you know, it's not exactly happy or anything. But if we maintain this trajectory, the news flow that we're experiencing today is going to look like a fucking picnic to what the news flow is going to be down here. And for asset prices to be surging, like we're talking about, people have to be terrified that Armageddon's around the corner. So, memos and stuff. All right, let me do your stocks. What happens to the world post-fixed again? Leadership of the world changes. Rotation within basket of the human race, and a new leader becomes the dominant face of the world. Here we go, and then humans pump again. The bowl is loaded. Oh shit, that's what's up. Director Vale on it. All right, I'm sorry. Ivy's like literally had me fucking like trapped down here by a hand. I can't even fucking function. Ivy, give me my hand back, girl, so I could do the fucking goddamn show. Say hi. Oh, she's blacked out. All right, I got no hands free. That's the entire fucking getup if you hadn't seen it. All right, I got pussy on my shoulder in 4 minutes to smoke some weed. I'm ready. You guys ready? So Bank of America, JKS, CCJ. Bank of America, JKS, CCJ. That's not my Bank of America chart. BAC. Is that the BAC chart? Ow, Ivy, ow, Ivy, ow, Ivy. Sweet Jesus. Ow. You're killing me. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, girl, you gotta go. So we have a trigger level here. Good thing to keep up with, because last time we checked on him, looking to sustain, like where he had this top bull flag, he never stuck outside of it. Never stuck outside of it all the times you guys flagged us to check it, and now he's sitting at this level. So probably like take this like low horizontal here, run it over here, and like let's go back up. Let's look at right. So just this level. This is kind of your swing level now. If he comes back through it, right, while he's dipping into that system. So just once he's back in here like this through a major level, like this, having failed this a few times, dip wicked into it, you just stay back, right? This thing can dick off anywhere into this range while we're in a de-risking cycle again. So I think that guy doesn't look so good. JKS, solar, energy guys. These dudes are worth paying attention. You've seen some strength in this, tied to like everything you see in energy. This looks like a little bit like Tesla had looked at one point. Tesla actually has a structure just like that. Back here. This setup is, let me see if I have a better chart for the Tesla. Like, yeah, this setup right here, that setup looks a lot like JKS. Kind of reminds me of that shockwave, and he's really basing on top of this old box range, right? So I think JKS, you watch this trajectory, see if he ever beats it. He shot right up to it again. We mapped this out for you before, right? So he makes a new low. This is the correct trend line. So him rotating this is going to be something to see first, and you're going to want to see him hold this floor. And hold a higher floor and find his way the fuck out of here, right? And then, you know, likely see this level we have here, like take that out. That's probably a trigger to fucking see him fully rotate this entire structure out while holding this base. Something up here. Ah, fucker. God damn it. God damn it. I cannot find my mouse right now. Fucking killing me. Okay, JKS, Bank of America. I already forgot the other one. Fucking shit. CCJ, Matt, move. So, yeah, oh yeah, just to finish that point, JKS, you know, I think you want to pay attention to some of these solar guys, right? They're in some setups that do also, this looks kind of like growth stocky and looks kind of like what's going on with fucking, you know, the ARC to a degree. But I do also think you still have an energy crisis, and there's money that's going to end up going towards this thing. And I think we do want to pay attention to them on this scale. So like guys like this, they look like something worth paying attention to, you know. What was the next one? Mattel. Mattel is a cheat sheet and a giant time resolution inside OnlyFans. So that guy's like, he's basically a macro cycle that I measure by, you know, political parties and stuff like that. So if you guys remember his cheat sheet, that was the eggplant projection for him. This guy was posted, I think, like almost a year ago at this point. So he's moving. He actually broke the range that was in the cheat sheet. It was a large scale shockwave, something we track in these cycles that we marked here. These are presidential cycles that are marked here, like under Republican and under Democrat and stuff. So something that I was just paying attention to in this. This was actually Asian contagion, and this was like right after the commodity cycle topped and you began a new risk asset cycle. This guy kind of died, and it was kind of interesting the timetable he has right here. I'm sorry, this is not presidential cycle, is it? Is that what I did it for? No, it's not what I did it for. This is a presidential cycle. This is basically Bush arriving, Obama arriving, and Biden. So pretty cool chart, and so far he's in motion. So if you guys didn't pay attention to that or played him, you should have already made some money in that guy. Almost done. Move Max RTX. Move Max RTX. Move What's this? Is that right? Is that what I'm supposed to be getting here? Move. Bond market options volatility estimate. Interesting. Volatilities across every asset class kind of look like this, right? It looks like the VIX, and it's kind of like just pumping everywhere. Crude oil volatilities. These guys, everything is like is turning volatile in the entire marketplace. Like volatility is going everywhere. If you look at something like fixed Apple, right? Volatilities on like most things are correlating to what you're seeing in the marketplace. This is not as excessive, but yeah, volatilities have been rising across stocks, across fucking commodities, across bonds, across every asset class. So the world is literally fucking terrified. Move RTX. RTX we talked about in the show, right? Really good trigger level, right at that level we had at the top of the pre-COVID dump, and bull flagged it when we showed it to you, and he pumped right out of it, right? You guys caught Lockheed, which is a cheat sheet in OnlyFans, and NOC, which is another cheat sheet in OnlyFans. So you guys had some pretty good plays, right? These are set up for a while for you to pay attention to, and there they are, some long-term ones. A lot of folks don't look at the historic plays in OnlyFans. Some of them are in time resolutions that need some time. Mattel, Defense, all these guys are in there already, well ahead of time before they got here. You just have to be organized and know how to pay attention to it over time. And I'm almost out of time here, but I'm gonna get a couple more. 902, MRO, AUD, JPY. All right, I can squeeze these in. MRO is inside OnlyFans. You guys shouldn't need too much on this guy. What is this? What is this thing? So this was your cheat sheet, and OnlyFans presenting this bull flag. It's a straight markup to where we are now. Pay attention to this last cycle, right, from October 2018. If you remember, this is pretty much where like risk assets stocks tanked after the crypto bubble already blew up. So this is like the crash that began here. PPT, Pledge Protection Team saved the market, but oil itself got blown off a bridge. And so this is a recovery. This is likely a good area for at least some kind of a stall, because it's literally the crash that led into the depths of hell. So I think you're at a place, oil's up pretty good and it's on people's radar. So definitely pay attention in this range right now to see if prices fucking like lose some steam or not. But I believe you structure out here, and tons of things look like this. So many things look like this cycle. It's a pretty good markup from here. So if you've had a good run in oil, it might be breather time at this point in some of their assets, some of the stocks around it. Damn, I already forgot what you said next. MRO, AUD, JPY. AUD, JPY. What's the last time we looked at this? Guess we could look at him in that res. Bull flag here, rotation. We had a trigger level we set up, and he's sitting on it, so he's just not out of it. And with him trapped like this, you kind of see if he can stabilize above this. Now it's kind of like pretty much got a box range, right? Running on top of this, so he needs to do something like that. And he's really close to testing that angle, so you want to pay attention to that. If he finishes this basically a rotation through to that angle is what's happening. He could easily come off of here for his assets really get fucked up. The yen is usually the guy who'll catch some strength next behind the dollar, and he'll fuck everybody up if there's a big deflationary event. So you want to pay attention to that. It can still come off here and then come out and go out again later and then go test that angle, right? So just a possible path. All right. Adam ETH was the next thing. Adam ETH. That guy is still large resolution bull flag, still attempting rotation. He is showing some relative strength right now, but all in all, while he runs this box range across here out of the bull flag, you're waiting for him to confirm that he's actually fully rotated by clearing the top of that. Luna USD, Luna BTC. Luna USDT is what it is. Yep. So Luna did what we said, right, guys? Luna held the base down here, possible rotation across the flag, bull flag up here when you guys next asked me, and then blasted off right through it. So that's what we said, right? He did his thing we're projecting right here. He just did it earlier, so that's why he left it blue and blue. And so he's up here now, and up here now you're looking for kind of the same thing. If he's going to go blowing the high out, then some kind of flag up here, and then you watch for him to. Well, that's a terrible straight line, isn't it? It's good enough right there. That's so short. Let me just try that again. You motherfucker. Fuck it. Done. Running out of time. Don't have time for that. As always, when you interact with the major high, pay attention to how it does it. And then see if you get a clean structure to leave afterwards. And then Luna USD, Luna BTTC. I don't think I did this guy. Yes, I did. Sweet. What the hell is that? Get off my screen. You too. All right, that was the last time we ever did this shit. I don't even remember doing Luna BTC for a while. So we had a floor here. Didn't extend it far enough, but it looks like it worked out. He did hit the bottom of the last flag, and then recoiled with the Luna USD move that we had. So you're over top of this. So you want to see him stay out there if this is going to continue, right? The way he's working. This guy's got some great Ponzi nomics. So we look at him right now. This is generally not something I like to see when you run a breakout like that, right? That's an upward channel that usually fucks people up. Price usually do some shit like counter out of it, fuck people, and then turn around and then leave. To maintain this trajectory, can he maintain and push it out? Totally can, but that's the least likely of the paths. He likely corrects out of this, comes back across the grain, and then rotates back up, and then can leave again. So, but again, you want to see him just maintain his breakout. Cake. I'm pretty sure somebody's asked me this. Fucking shit. Daily. Garbage. Thanks, that was easy. Near BTC. Near BTC. I know you guys asked me near something. Near USDT. I know the stock was asked. Near USD. There is it. Something was asked. I knew it. Gotta hate how many exchanges some of this shit's on. So that guy bouncing right there. Interesting to note for him. That flag matches up with what you see there, so it's really this guy's the swing level. So he needs to hold that on rotation. It doesn't look great, but it is still very much there. Jesus Christ. Ah, you fucking piece of shit. What the hell? I swear to God, is it no amount of time or what? Fuck. Stay above that, right? Draw some kind of structure out on this rotation that he's done. He's rotated up, so you want to see him structure out and then go again. Alright, I had to get him. I'm fucking a crackhead, sorry. Did I get them all? XMR. Who the fuck wants Petacoin? XMR BTC. I actually have a great chart for this guy, but I damned if I know which fucking exchange it's on. XMR BTC. Polo maybe. Yeah, there it is. Sweet. I still have it. All right. I knew I had that motherfucker. XMR BTC. Check the structure out down here. Last time you guys had me look at it, we were waiting for a possible rotation to generate a super cycle like that. You know, this came from basically tail end of this shit right here. This is the giant version of that right now, right? And so it's a rotation. If it happens it and holds a floor right now, this floor is kind of what you're watching. So this structure is still a call if he doesn't take out the low. If he takes out the low, plays dead, right? So you're watching this to see if this is possible, if he can rotate this. If he does, you just extend this guy. See, it looked like a possible that matched that guy. So still possible. I think I like that right there. That's good double top right there. Boink. We'll use that as our swing. So he needs to stay clear at that level. And that's a wrap, bitches. All right, guys. Good show. Hopefully you got some good pointers out of that, some memos, some good stuff. Covered everything in there. Check out OnlyFans. Create an announcement channel. Probably next show I'll do another link for anybody that missed the last one, and we're going to try to centralize a few things to make it a little more efficient, so people's utility this I'll help you direct a little bit. I'll leave a lot of stuff in people's hands to kind of like help yourself, but at the end of the day, if most people knew how to help themselves, then they wouldn't fucking need shows like this, right? Most people really won't do what's needed to be done just to fucking get themselves to the next day. So we've centralized announcements for people that won't take the time to figure out how to get OnlyFans in a meaningful amount of time and actually use that shit. If you don't use it, there's no value to it, not for me or you. So I'll help you with some of the organizational things that you guys aren't doing and centralize a few things to where you can get to it in time. Because as you know, timing matters, and the opportune moment of opportunity is a fleeting moment in markets. So you have to have yourself organized beforehand. That's why we always like that saying, chance favors the prepared mind. If you're not prepared, it doesn't matter how fucking smart you are, nothing can save you. So that being said, hope you guys have a good day. It's a high VIX environment. Don't forget that. This shit's crazy. If you're a noob, you don't have to trade it. Right now, with the kind of geopolitical risk, a weekend coming up again, God knows what the fuck Putin says over the weekend, God knows what the US says over the weekend, God knows what Europe says over the weekend, or fucking Ukraine, right? Shit is crazy right now. It may be a good chance to sit on hands, but I definitely, like I said in the last show, I put a memo up on Instagram, in this environment, holding equities overnight is fucking dangerous. If you are a little adept at options, I put some options videos that are pretty thorough inside of OnlyFans. You can at least limit risk if you're going to be in this environment at all. Otherwise, like, this is not really the place, for anybody who's not really adept at dealing with high VIX environments. This shit's fucking dangerous. It can really ruin your financial world. So stay safe. Till next time. Catch you on the flip. Peace out.
The bowl is ready.
Huh?
The bowl is ready.
Oh yeah. I need to smoke. I can't even breathe right now, girl. My fucking lungs are killing me. I'm so fucking sick right now. I can barely breathe.
Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics TV, your stream.